Hey everyone, welcome to Shrimple Solutions YouTube channel, your new go-to spot for pet shrimp. I'm super excited to kick things off and share this underwater journey with you. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I got started keeping shrimp, what I've learned along the way, what to expect if you're thinking about diving into the hobby, and I'll drop a few shrimp hacks that might just surprise you. The shrimp species. The stars of this channel are Neocaridina davidi. That's their scientific name. But you might know them as red cherry shrimp, blue dreams, yellows, or even green jades. While their genes have been mapped, there's still a lot we don't know about them. So here's a look at their genetic diversity. These colorful little guys were first discovered in the Eastern Hemisphere. Over time, selective breeding brought us all the wild colors we know today. Reds came first, then the yellows, blues, then greens, and even browns and blacks. So that is how it got started for everyone around the world. And this is how I got started. So how did I get into this? It all started with ghost shrimp, and I wanted to get a food source for my axolotl, whose name is Toothless. So I wanted to breed his own food, and I didn't want to have to keep feeding it and keep feeding him and putting in food and remembering to do it. And I said, why don't I just get something that can breed and he can just eat it up every so often. Little did I know that the axolotl will just eat until everything is gone within like an hour or two. But that's besides the point. I didn't really know what I was doing, and also when I first started, a lot of shrimp did not make it. Then one day, I picked up a pregnant red cherry shrimp and a pregnant ghost shrimp. The next thing I knew, tiny shrimp babies were swimming around just like that. The hobby turned into my passion. As far as the ghost shrimp, I didn't actually ever see any of their babies, but I know that they gave birth. I think that the ghost shrimp mothers ate their babies. I'm not really sure. I don't know if they made it at all. And I do know that the red cherry shrimp babies all survived from the looks of it and are thriving, and they're super hardy and tough. And I've done a lot of experimenting, trial and error, and I've tried all kinds of setups. I started doing really small setups just because of space restrictions. The smallest was 0.25 gallons or a quarter gallon, and believe it or not, I put blue dream shrimps in there, and those blue dreams I've had for 3 months, and they are still thriving. They did not breed in that tank. I believe that the size of the tank inhibited them from breeding, and also the fact that it was a newly established tank, but they all survived, and they seem to be doing just fine. I started with just 5 red cherry shrimp, and now I have over 100 in 3 months. I have right now a lot of baby shrimp from different batches of eggs. I have plenty of pregnant female cherry shrimp swimming around. It's really cool to see. I've currently got 2 main tanks set up, and I'm working on a new experiment, and I will be making separate videos on each of those. So stay tuned. What I've learned, some tips and hacks. Here's what I've picked up so far. Some of this might go against what you've heard, and that's fine, because a lot of times we hear things and then we just go with it. We don't bother to challenge that notion because it seems like it's something that's been ingrained in common knowledge. So one thing that I went against the notion of was cycling my tank. It's not as important for your shrimp survival as people say. but it is crucial if you want consistent breeding success. As long as you drip acclimate, your shrimp will be fine. Stability is everything. More than pH or water hardness or temperature, keep things consistent. And the shrimp will be just fine. Another thing that I have picked up is bladder snails are your friends. Some people view them as pests. Maybe that's the case in fish tanks, but for shrimp tanks, I don't think so at all. They can act as I put them in my tanks to be scouts for the survivability. They multiply quickly, they can clean up leftover food, and they're 100% harmless to your shrimp. And they just add a new layer of character and personality to the tank, and I like that. And I have so many bladder snail eggs in one of my tanks. And also, if you've ever heard of a product called No Planaria, it's used to treat planaria. If you do get into bladder snails, you like them, but you decide you don't like them anymore. If you ever want to basically kill all of the bladder snails, just use No Planaria, and it will kill the bladder snails as well. But just one survives, and you can start up a whole nother colony again, which is pretty cool. And that's the start of my shrimp keeping journey, and I've only just begun. If you're into this hobby or curious about starting, consider subscribing to my channel. There's a lot more to come: tank tours, breeding tips, experiments, and of course, shrimp drama.